Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a poor couple who longed to have a child. They lived next to a beautiful garden owned by a wicked enchantress named Dame Gothel. The garden was filled with the most exquisite flowers, plants, and herbs, and it was surrounded by a high wall. One day, the wife, who was expecting a child, gazed longingly at the rampion, a kind of lettuce, growing in Dame Gothel's garden. She craved it so much that she began to waste away, and her husband, fearing for her life, decided to sneak into the garden to get some. He climbed over the wall at night and picked a handful of rampion. The wife made a delicious salad out of it and ate it with great delight. However, her craving only grew stronger, and the husband, terrified but determined to keep his wife healthy, returned to the garden. This time, the enchantress caught him. "How dare you steal from my garden?" she hissed. The man trembled with fear and begged for mercy, explaining his wife's craving. Dame Gothel softened slightly and agreed to let him take the rampion, but on one condition: he must give her their child when it was born. The man, desperate and terrified, agreed. When the baby girl was born, Dame Gothel appeared, named her Rapunzel, and took her away. She raised Rapunzel as her own in a secluded tower in the middle of a forest. The tower had no doors or stairs, only a small window at the very top. Whenever Dame Gothel wanted to visit Rapunzel, she would stand beneath the window and call out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel had long, golden hair that shone like the sun. She would let her braids fall out of the window, and Dame Gothel would climb up. Years passed, and Rapunzel grew into a beautiful young woman. She had never seen another human being besides Dame Gothel, and spent her days singing and dreaming of the world beyond her tower. One day, a prince was riding through the forest and heard Rapunzel's beautiful singing. He followed the sound and found the tower. Hiding behind a tree, he watched as Dame Gothel called up to Rapunzel, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," and climbed up. After Dame Gothel left, the prince decided to try his luck. He called out in the same way, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." To his astonishment, the golden braids fell, and he climbed up. Rapunzel had never seen a man before and was at first frightened. But the prince spoke kindly to her, and soon she felt at ease. He visited her day after day, and they fell in love. The prince promised to help Rapunzel escape and asked her to bring a length of silk each time he visited, so he could weave a ladder. But their plan was discovered. One day, Rapunzel accidentally mentioned the prince, and Dame Gothel was furious. She cut off Rapunzel's hair and banished her to a desolate land far away. That night, when the prince came and called for Rapunzel, Dame Gothel let down the cut braids. As the prince climbed up, he was met by the angry enchantress. In her rage, she cast a spell, causing him to fall from the tower into a thorny bush below. Though he survived, the thorns scratched his eyes, blinding him. Heartbroken and blind, the prince wandered the land, searching for Rapunzel. After many years, he came to a desert where Rapunzel was living with the twin children she had given birth to after being banished.